Hello, good morning everyone. How are you? I hope you all are fine. Students, first I want to say you happy Janmashtami. Students, today we will start revision of our second chapter, that is computer memory. You know students, which is called the computer's brain? CPU. CPU is called the brain of computer. It performs all types of calculations and processing. Okay. When you gives any input from input device to the system, then CPU takes this input and process on them, and after that it provides you a result. Means all the work that is done on your input data, it will done in the processor. Okay, that is our CPU box. Okay, now computer memory. How many types of computer memory you know? Two types, primary memory and secondary memory. You know what is the difference between primary memory and secondary memory? Primary memory is directly linked to the CPU. It is of two types, permanent memory and temporary memory. Primary memory is directly linked to the CPU. It is of two types, permanent and temporary memory. And secondary memory is externally attached by you. Okay. Now, what is permanent memory and what is temporary memory? Permanent memory is that memory that a computer can't forget. Okay. It is necessary for the booting process. Okay. Temporary memory is that memory that a computer can forget if the system is switched off. Okay. Permanent memory and temporary memory. For example, your name. You can't forget your name, but you can forget my name after few years. Okay. Like that, computer also have a memory. First is permanent memory, second temporary memory. ROM is called permanent memory, RAM is called temporary memory. Okay. Full form of ROM is random, sorry, full form of ROM is read only memory, and full form of RAM is random access memory. ROM is read only memory, RAM is random access memory. Okay. This memory is called a permanent memory, ROM memory. I am talking about ROM. This memory is a permanent memory, can't be modified or altered. Means it is necessary for the booting process. Booting, you know what is booting? When you switch on your computer system, it will take few seconds to start. You can see the processing. Okay, that time it is doing booting. Okay, for this booting process we need ROM. Okay, that's why it is called a permanent memory, because every time when we start our system we need booting process, and it is always stored in the system. RAM, random access memory. Now we are talking about RAM. RAM is the computer main memory, which is used to process information where you work with a file on your computer. RAM is the computer memory? Main memory. Okay. When you switch on a computer, you work on any file. That time it is stored in computer's RAM. When suppose electricity gone, your data will be gone because it is temporarily stored in RAM. When your system is switched off, your data also goes, because when system is switched off, your data is also lost. Okay, it is a temporary memory. It stores the data temporarily for a short time. Okay, next one is secondary memory. Secondary memory. The primary memory of the computer is not large enough to hold a large amount of data. To hold a large amount of data or to store a large amount of data, we need secondary memory. Moreover, the RAM gets erased when a computer is switched off. When computer is switched off, your data is also lost. That's why we need secondary memory. You know the names of secondary memory? Hard disk, CD, DVD, USB flash drive. All these are the secondary memory. Your computer memory is only a temporary storage area for data. After feeding the data, you can store it in a secondary memory device. When you store the information in secondary memory device, it is permanently saved for you. You can use the information multiple times. When you want, you can use this information, you can use this data again and again. Okay, but when you saved the data in the secondary memory devices. Now students, the memory of a computer is measured in the terms of bits and bytes. Means how we can measure the computer memory? In terms of bits and bytes. Now what is a bit? The bit is the unit of measurement in a computer science, and the symbol for bit is 0 or 1. The symbol for bit is 0 or 1. Only 1. 0 or 1 is referred to as a bit. It is the basic unit of data processing. These are called basic units. 1 bit means 1 electronic pulse. 1 bit means 1 electronic pulse. Bit means 0, otherwise 1 means only one thing. 0 होगा या फिर 1. Okay. Next is nibble. A nibble is a group of 4 bits. A nibble is the group of 4 bits. Suppose you have 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0. Here you can see 1 1 0 0. Means these 4 bits simultaneously called nibble. Okay, and these 4 bits separately next nibble. 1 nibble, 2 nibble. Okay, a group of 4 bits is known as a nibble. Now byte. A byte is a basic unit of measurement. A byte is a basic unit of measurement of information storage in a computer science. Now what is a byte? A byte is a group of 8 bits. A byte is a group of 8 bits. You can see here 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0. Means how many bits are there? 8. This group of 8 bits is called a byte. These groups of 8 bits are called bytes. You can see 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. 8 bits are there. This is called byte. Okay. A character is normally represented by a byte. Suppose karo you have write a letter A in your computer. For this A, computer stores byte. Byte means 8 bits. A character is normally represented by a byte. Okay. Byte is the unit for a counting memory size. If a computer has 16 kilobyte of memory, it means it can store 16384 characters. Memory size is written as KB, MB, GB and TB. Okay. Students, you can see a combination of 8 bits 001001110 is equal to 1 byte. Okay. When we collect 1024 bytes, how many bytes? 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte. Okay, or you can say KB. Okay. 1024 bytes equals to 1 KB. When you collect 1024 kilobytes is equals to 1 MB, or you can say megabyte. Okay. When you collect 1024 megabytes is equals to 1 gigabyte, or you can say 1 GB. If you have a memory card of 1024 gigabytes is equals to 1 terabyte. Now you can understand 1024 bytes is equals to 1 KB, 1024 kilobyte is equals to 1 MB, 1024 MB is equals to 1 GB and 1024 GB is equals to 1 terabyte. In these terms we measures our memory, computer's memory. Okay, or you have memory card in your mobiles also. These are according to that. Okay, this memory is measured in terms of that. Okay students, this much is enough for you. Revise this lesson very carefully and learn all the exercise questions. Okay, bye bye, take care.